So here we go, people. This is the Ares SL10. Not the 10T, SL10 as indicated on the box. And even here it shows you which one is the SL10T and which one is the SL10. So the SL10 is the one with this whole extra piece going along the top with your front and rear sight. The SL10T doesn't have that. That's got the rail system going all the way across there and along the handguard. So please do keep that in mind if you fancy yourself one of these, because I have seen 1 or 2 websites getting that back to front. Anyway, let's get it open. And you know what? Looking at the images, you can tell what this is based on. Would you look at the size of this before I show it to you? It's basically one of these pimped. Basically one of these that's been eating its spinach. Basically a pizza with every single topping on it. Basically one of these when you go through a drive-thru and they ask you, would you like to supersize that? Basically a PlayStation 4 with a PlayStation 5 body kit. Basically, okay, I'll stop. Right, let's see what we get in the box. First of all, one of the longest old school speed loaders. Oh, and I love it when they do these to Airsoft mags. Look, they've even got the dummy rounds in there. This is your 35 round mag. Now I know it says 60 on the mag, and if you look at certain websites and even in the manual, it says 60. But trust me, stick to 35. Now I literally thought I was going to get to the main attraction itself, but there is something else. It keeps coming. Oh cool, they're separate. Right, okay, so you have your front and rear sight. And would you look at the size, come on, of this. Wow, look at that stock. Damn, son. This thing is a beast, and I'm absolutely loving the PSG one grip. Let me just put it down for a second, because I don't know if you noticed during the unboxing there was no instruction manual. Well, there was this card. Oh, looking promising. Yes, there it is. There's your instruction manual. So it's all online now in the shape of a PDF, which is kind of good because, you know, it cuts down on paper. But yeah, cool. Now, just to confuse things even further, okay, we've already established that this is the SL10 and not the SL10T. And just to throw a spanner in the works, what does it say on the body? SL9. I give up. Here's a quick montage of the different flavours you can get this platform in. And would you believe there's even more? Right, cool. So that should be as clear as mud now. Okay, referring you back to the box again, there's your base models. Technically the G36 is the absolute base model, but then when you start going up into this sort of realm, look, SL8, SL9, SL9T, and then when you start to get even more fancy schmancy, you get up to your SL10s. Right, loving this mag. Let's complete that picture. Come on now, let's go through the features And when I say features, I mean externally, and then the very cool features under the hood. Not necessarily going to open it up fully, but I'm going to show you what it's capable of. So starting at the back with this very nice looking stock where you have adjustments for your cheek rest and the butt pad or shoulder rest. Hey look, you simply spin on that one for the butt pad or butt plate to extend, and then you spin that wheel right there to raise your cheek rest. Very tactical. Okay, so right here you have your metal rear sling point, and at the very back of the butt pad or butt stock, you've got this serrated rubberized texture. I tell you what, let me get these sights on and then we'll continue. Looks very nice. So as we continue, I just want to quickly point out that you do have extra rail space there. You can put on other scopes and sights if you wish. Leave these on too, depending on how high that is, or you can take them off. So as we move along, you have your serial number, your fire selector switch, your PSG1 grip, love this, and would you look at that sexy trigger. Have you seen a trigger like that before in my armory? No. Ha! Loving the look of that. As always, you get a little Ares test card, so we'll get rid of that. So taking you back to this awesome looking PSG1 grip, you can see the beautiful ergonomics of that and this massive in your face section right here that, you know, when you hold on to this thing, you get that sense of security and comfort. It just wraps around your hand with the bottom of the grip and this part of the rifle. It's as if it's saying it's okay, I've got you. And here look, by loosening this, you can actually reposition this to however you want it to be. And then we get to the fire selector switch, and what I love about this, without having to program anything out of the box, safe. Single shots, semi-auto, 2-round burst, and full auto. And then we move along to this ever so cool mag release. You know, I really love platforms where it's not just the bog standard. Now look at this, 2 ways of doing this. So you've got this section here, which is serrated, and that will be the same on the other side. So you can imagine, if you're holding on to this bad boy and you want to release that mag, you can go with your thumb on there like that and grab the mag and out it comes. Or from the other side, with your trigger finger, drop that trigger finger down and again, release that mag. And then of course, you've got the good old traditional way using your paddle mag release right there. Bob's your uncle. Can we just take the moment again to appreciate what they've done with the mag right here? Absolutely loving the fact that they have simulated the real bullets in there. And the spring, the follower, it's amazing. And then look, you've got your diagram of the round and the capacity. And I'll tell you what, as I have it in my hand right here, let's get it filled. Now I know what you're thinking, there's probably a couple of things you're thinking. One, I'm using a speed loader to fill a speed loader to fill a mag. And the other thing you're probably thinking is, where did that come from? I'll get back to that in a moment because it's another fantastic feature of this particular platform. It's an awesome DMR platform too, or as it's actually marketed as, a sniper rifle in some places. Let's continue to look at the externals. Let's get back to here. Let's put it onto safe. There's no battery pack in there at the moment, so it's cool. Yeah, so back to this section right there where you've got more markings. It's got your SL9, the caliber, and a series of letters and numbers that basically makes up the specific model number from Ares, the 016E. And then right there you've got your usual warnings, which you also get on the real version. Down there is where you have your lower rail and a cheeky little bipod. Now that doesn't come with this platform, I bought that separately, but I'm just showing you that because of the length of the SL series, it makes an excellent DMR and a sniper rifle. But for me, it's the best of both worlds, or all three worlds, because look, as I said, you can execute double shots and full auto on this bad boy. And you know what else I absolutely love about this platform? If you look here, exactly what we're used to seeing on a G36, you have your charging handle, which is ambidextrous, so it goes from that side, or it can go to the other side. But on this is electronic blowback, so this will go back and forth when you're firing. So as we continue, here you have your top rail. Now, as you saw earlier on, I've put on the rear sight. And you can see you would have to use a very small Allen key to make your adjustments. And then when you look on the front sight, you can pretty much see that that really isn't adjustable. And I must admit, it's looking a bit cheap. So as you can see here on this platform, apart from your top rail, your lower rail, even though there are no rails on the side, they have given you the opportunity to add some if you wish. Okay, let's have a look on the other side. And this is the section that's really exciting for me, because not only do you see that charging handle going back and forth, you also see the mock bolt going back and forth when you're firing it. And actually, I can show it to you now. If I just pull back that charging handle, not only does it reciprocate with the bolt, you can also see where you adjust your hop up. And of course, you can appreciate how ambidextrous this platform is, all centered around there. For example, again, you have your fire selector switch on this side. You also have access to your mag release on this side. And of course, as I have just shown you, your charging handle can be used from either side. Right, now to get the battery in, we literally only have to pull out one pin, and that pin is right there. And you simply push, and then from the other side, let me just show you. You pull the pin. And then from that point, this entire handguard section here will come right off. And I'm loving the simplicity of that. That looks like a weapon all on its own. That reminds me, I've still got to unbox that bad boy, but you know, when I can get outside, I'll do that one. Right, so the recommended battery pack is a 9.6 volt, one of these. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a 7.4, but LiPo. In terms of battery space, it literally is whatever you can fit down there without getting in the way of the whole barrel assembly and everything else. And from what I can see, plenty of room. Right, let's see this bad boy in action. And as if by magic, I'm gonna reappear on this side. And I want you to keep an eye on that whole charging handle bolt assembly right there. So first thing is first, let's put it on single shots, semi-auto. And as you can see, the mag is not in there. There's nothing in the barrel. Take a look as I take a single shot. Ha! Did you see that? And I tell you what, pretty decent trigger response. Okay, 2-round burst. Ho ho! It sounds like 3, but it's 2, trust me. Okay, now, full auto. And you know what? As big as this thing is, it's got a really nice, comfortable weight to it. You can easily run around the field during gameplay with this, or set yourself up DMR style or sniper, or just go full out on full auto, if you're allowed. So yeah, loving the trigger response. Decent trigger response. And very comfortable to manipulate that trigger. Let's get the mag in. But wait, safe. How can you not love that? Now, because this was one of my personal purchases, okay, this wasn't sent to me for free, so I bought it from a UK retailer, so it will be UK legal out of the box. You can buy this from many different retailers around the world. I'm not sure how readily available they are though. Or of course you can get it from any retailer online, shipped to anywhere in the world, depending on your country's laws and regulations. Now, quick disclaimer, when I first tested this, it was only firing at about 250 FPS. So I decided to change the spring, and now I'm getting better results. So no matter where you buy this particular model from, make sure to check with your retailer first, or just make sure to check out the product description on their website, because a lot of them will put the FPS. Let's try the 2-round burst. Nice. Cool. Okay, so that FPS seems to be all over the place. Because it's a new spring I put in there, it kind of kept rising, and now it's settled on what it looks like 358. So that's pretty stable. Oh, and by the way, you see these paper targets? It's the last time I'll be using this particular paper target. I might use it 1 or 2 more times. Look, you see the defect there? That smudge is on at least 30 or 40 more of those paper targets. But I'm going to use this one anyway. And I've got a whole set of new targets to be trying out anyway. So at this point, I am recalibrating my eyesight. So there we go, bit of a mixed results there. So let's start off here. As you can see, my first shot missed the target completely. Then I just composed myself, and then the following 3 all landed on, well, yeah, pretty much in the red, but right on the border. That one a bit further in. Then over here, multiple shots. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Was gunning for the center of that X. Excellent. And just a single shot down there. And then, of course, that headshot. Perfect, perfect, perfect. But then all the other shots was all over the shop. I say that, it's still fairly close there and there, but completely missed the mark down there. And pretty decent groupings on full auto. So there we are, people. This is the Ares SL10. Not SL10T, not SL9 or SL8, technically SL9, but SL10 DMR. Or if you like, sniper rifle. Or if you like, assault rifle. It's all of those in one package. Nice long barrel. Oh, and talking about the barrel, now this is where I'm going to talk about a couple of the negatives, but boy have I got a lot of positives. So, let's kick off with the barrel. Doesn't it look naked? Doesn't it look like it's missing something? And it doesn't even look as if it's something that you can put a suppressor on. It's just a clean, straight outer barrel. No thread, no nothing. But I suppose you can thread it yourself if you're that way inclined. But if you can't be asked, like me, there are these slip-on barrel adapters that effectively makes it threaded. Or you can just buy the model that already has one badass suppressor on there. Did I just say badass. Loving the overall platform here. The front sight in particular looked a bit cheap. And what is that FPS all about? That really was some low readings. Maybe I just didn't get lucky, because I've been looking on the internet and they should be shooting at about 300, 350. Why I got one with a weak spring, I do not know. Is this one of those Japanese market designated rifles? I don't know. But anyway, I've changed the spring. It's all good. Other than that, people, come on, what is there not to love about this platform? If you are a fan of the G36 and you would like a pimped up, longer version of it, this is the one. I am happy that this one came with the single shots, 2-round bursts and the full auto, because there are models of this that don't have that. There are models of this that mimic the real version a bit more. Oh, and one other thing, I would have loved if it had the HK markings, the officially licensed HK markings. Now, they did have them, so I don't know what's gone on, why this version hasn't got it. But hey ho, absolutely still loving this platform, absolutely loving the magazine, oh, that grip, oh, that buttstock, it's all good, and loving that electronic or electric blowback. Now, do remember you can pick this up at many different airsoft retailers, your local one, or even online. Personally, I bought this one from the surplus store in Crawley, but again, get your Google foo on, and maybe you can find the specific flavour that I showed you earlier on that suits you. Thanks for watching. Catch me next time on the Airsoft Mike YouTube channel or my other channel, Mike's Tech and Toys, plus movie memorabilia.